Hi, everybody. In class this week, in the Tuesday morning and the Wednesday evening, I spoke of using yoga for anxiety. So I spoke about how to do yoga poses to start out slow and gentle and then slowly bring the body up because you don't want to do anything like Ashtanga yoga or power yoga, hot yoga, anything that's fast and energetic if you have anxiety. That's just going to create more fire in your body. And what we want to do is cool the fire in the body, cool the anxiety. So I'm going to move the laptop down here so you can see me lying on the mat. And to deal with anxiety, depression, exhaustion, pain in the body, like chronic pain, those types of things, you want to start like on the mat. I'm going to start lying down face down, so my belly and my face down. You could do it lying on your back, and then slowly move the body, move the spine in all the directions that we talked about in class many times. So you want to be doing the lateral bends of the spine, the twists of the spine, um, back bends of the spine. And as far as forward fold, we'll do that once we get into a standing position. So I'm going to do them in a slow, like say 6 or so slow, deep breaths, because I want to give you time to be able to follow this if you're doing it at home. And if anybody wants me to, I can put together one of the stick figure things. I'm not sure I'm going to have like stick figures to do all the different poses. I don't think I would. Like lying prone, I wouldn't have stick figures that do the lateral bend of the spine or the twist. So I guess I can write it out for you in a PDF um, and try to maybe draw my own stick figures. I don't know. So I'm going to lie down on my mat now. And I'm going to have to move. So you're going to start lying on the mat with your head, third eye, on the mat. Can you see all of me? Okay, I'm going to move back here. So just lying stretched out. I'm going to lift my head up so you can hear me here. Lying stretched out. So you're getting good spinal extension. Your forehead, third eye to the floor. And just breathe. Keep deep belly breathing. And while you're lying here doing this deep belly breathing on your belly, you can scan your body. Where does your body feel comfortable on the floor? Where does it not feel comfortable on the floor? Where do things feel tight? Tight in the joints, tight in the muscles, the bones, your organs. Where do just things feel like energy isn't flowing freely? Just make note of it. And now we're going to walk our arms to the left. I know it looks like I'm going to the right, but we're going to the left. And again, put your forehead on the floor, third eye down to the floor. And pay attention to where your spine is, so that your spine is bending laterally, but it follows in one continuous line. Now lift your head up and walk your hands back to the center. Put your forehead down and take one slow deep breath. The pause between poses is just as important as the poses. It helps calm your body. So that pause and take a deep breath. Now we're walking our hands to the right, keeping our spine aligned, putting our forehead to the floor and breathing. And lifting our head up, walking our hands back to center, putting our forehead on the floor and taking a deep breath. Now we're going to lift up. Oh, I'm going to lose you. We're going to lift up into Sphinx pose. So I'm still here, but we're in Sphinx pose. Nice, gentle back bend. Don't force anything, just back bend and breathe. Remember to move from the chest space, so you're lifting your heart. And in lifting the heart, you keep the upper body engaged so that you're not pinching off the low back. And we're going to stretch back out here, forehead to the floor. One nice deep breath. Now, if we were standing up doing this right now, we would do a forward fold, but I can't forward fold very easily. I could push back into child's pose, but I'm going to do that later. So now we're going to do twist. So I'm just going to lift my left arm up, thread my right arm underneath it, lay the side of my head on the mat, and then take your left arm and you can put it behind your back. You're keeping your pelvis flat on the floor and you're twisting the upper body. And if your hand does not go across your low back like mine is, put it on the floor next to your body. So just below your right arm, put it on the floor there and just support yourself. Then pushing yourself up gently with your left arm. Bring that right arm back around. And a deep breath here in neutral position. And we're going to bring that right arm back here. Lift up. Thread that arm underneath. Hi. And then wrap the arm around your low back or put it right here on the floor and support yourself. So your upper body has got a nice twist. Your pelvis is flat on the floor. I need a camera crew, obviously. And rest. Let me see. I have this block that I use. So don't hesitate to use something. Like if your head doesn't quite feel comfortable and this supports your head being in better alignment with your body, do something like that. Nice, slow, deep breaths. This is a gentle twist of the body. And when you're feeling anxious, gentle is what you want to be. Because when you're gentle and quiet with your body, you can pay attention to those inner signals that I was talking about in class and get back in tune with the inner signals of your body and responding to them instead of freaking out. Nice, gentle breathing. And then pushing up with the right hand, lifting the upper body, coming back around, and taking one slow, deep breath. All right, I took two. I'm going to come back up in Cobra, or not Cobra, Sphinx. And I'm going to lift the screen up here a little bit so you can see me better. There we go. And Sphinx. Hi. And what was I going to say here? I just like Sphinx. That's my story for the day. I like Sphinx. So from Sphinx, I'm going to get up into cat-cow. And I'm hoping that my laptop will still catch me. If not, I might have to pause here for a minute and put my squishy blocks underneath my laptop. Okay, so we're going to come up to cat-cow. There we go. And in cat-cow, we're just going to do cat-cow. So deep breath. Release the breath. Drop the belly, inhale. Lift the back, exhale. And just do that slowly at your own pace. Five, 6 times. Now, when you're in this tabletop position to do cat-cow, you could also do walking to the side to get a little lateral bend. I'm just going to show you how here. And you can stop the video and do this if you want. So you can do lateral bends this way of the spine. And you can also, keeping the left hand on the floor, thread the right hand and twist the body. You might want to put a block under to support the upper body here a little bit. In a twist, remember when you come out to pause and breathe, and then repeat. Right hand on the mat, left hand goes under the arm, and do the same thing on this side. Just a nice gentle twist. Get that block under the shoulder for a little support. And then when you come back up to center, breathing. So from here, tabletop, we're going to push into down dog. Nice deep breath in, push back on exhale. Now that we're coming from the mat up, play with it here. Dance your legs. Get a little bit of upward energy movement into your body. Maybe bring your leg up and back down on an exhale. Inhale up, exhale, and take some slow, deep breaths here in downward facing dog. Adjust your body where you need to. My arms were not wide enough and I could feel it in my shoulders. And I'm going to walk forward towards my hands into forward fold. Let your body hang heavy, your head hanging heavy. Give your knees a slight bend just to take that pressure off the legs, the low back. Now I'm going to come down in a squat, Malasana squat. And if squat doesn't work for you, so those of you who are squatting, continue to squat. And if squat doesn't work for you, sit and pull your heels as close as you can to your butt cheeks. And you can open your hips and open your body for squat in this way. The other ones that I showed in class to open your hips for being able to squat is doing starfish. So starfish is being like this and then dropping the legs so that your knees are pointing towards the right, your feet are pointing to the left in a starfish. And hold this pose for as many breaths. You can see how my body's a little off right here. Hold this pose and breathe deeply. And then, because we always do the same thing on the opposite side of the body, bringing those knees up, the pause in between poses and breathing deeply here, and then dropping the legs to the other side. So we've got our knees pointing left and our feet pointing right. And feeling the difference, like how does it feel different in our pelvis? Which side of our hips feel looser sitting like this and more flexible, comfortable in this position? And to open the hips so that you can do squat. If sitting like this doesn't work for you, you can work into these poses. You can do it lying back. So you're basically pulling your heels to your butt cheeks in a lying down position. I'm glad my feet aren't filthy. Dana, if you're watching, you know how filthy my feet can get walking barefoot. And then I'm going to come back into squat. Because from here, I'm going to come back up into forward fold. And then I'm going to stand up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. And I'm going to pick my laptop up and put it on the bar stool I had ready. And then once you've done on the mat work and you've slowly brought yourself up to standing, you can do lateral bends of the spine in standing, forward folds, which we've done. You can do gentle back bends, remembering to lift from the sternum here. You can stand in mountain pose, okay? So we've done all this gentle, bring ourselves up off the mat to standing, and then we stand here in mountain pose. You're teaching yourself to be calm and steady like a mountain. And because you're moving slowly and methodically, you're paying attention to the inner messages of your body. You're coming back into tune, into synchronicity, into just paying attention to your inner feelings and the inner workings of your body. And then, I think I'm going to step back here. Because mountain is grounding us, keeping us solid and steady in one space, we can do tree pose. So however tree pose works for you, if you can get that up on your thigh, great. If you can't, put it down below the knee on the calf or by the ankle with toes touching the floor. So make it work for you. So then doing tree pose is teaching you to sway with the winds of life. You have to be steady and grounded through your roots into the ground like a tree is, but at the same time, you have to also be able to bend and go with the heavy winds of life. without breaking. So bending without breaking. Breathing deeply. And then remembering to bring that leg down, take a pause, take a breath, pause in between the poses. And then on the opposite side as well, being steady, well grounded through your roots, that tap root that goes deep, deep into the earth. And then all the branches you have above you as your tree, you have below you as a root system. So you're steady in the rootedness of the ground with your taproot, and then you have this whole huge system of roots around you that are holding you steady when the wind blows. And your beautiful strong trunk can bend and sway, but it does not break. And then bringing our feet back down to the ground, standing here in prayer pose. Namaste. Thank yourself for being here. Thank yourself for giving yourself this time to do it. And thank yourself for being gentle and kind and slow with your body. Love you, ladies.